Tom, you did your survey. Who have you tipped to play in the grand final?
I paid very close attention to the survey. I think I probably tipped us in Melbourne, maybe. Bulldogs. One of the two.
One of the two. You're only going to tip one of them.
It's going to be another pretty tight season with, obviously, more teams that are right around the mark. Carlton and Sydney having another good year, GWS again. So Brizzy have been really close and probably unfortunate, so I think they'll be right up there as well.
Just for an eye line, can I get you to look down this way?
Yep.
Are you pleased the majority of the captains still see Port Adelaide as a top 8 side?
Oh, that's obviously nice, but it doesn't count for much. You still got to do the work and win the games of footy to get yourselves there. So that's probably a retrospective sort of comment rather than looking forward, and we're just looking forward.
When you go to the pre-season, it's a different sort of one that you had last year for results. So has it been a good one? Has it left you with a lot to work with?
I think it's been kind of nice to get a bit of a reality check about mindset and where we need to be. I think we got one of them at the end of last year, and it was really important that we realise you got to turn up and play at 100% every single week. If you're not right there and willing to do the work and play contested footy, you're going to get burnt. So it's nice to get it right at the beginning of the year. We can recalibrate and go into round one with that same attitude, especially given we've got an incredibly tough game in Brisbane. So I think overall pre-season's been really positive. Once again, fitter, stronger, faster, lots of blokes on the park. We've had our little COVID interruptions, but so has everyone. But it's just been great to get back out there after a disappointing finish to 2021.
How do you make sure that mindset isn't an issue ongoing this year?
Yeah, I think sorry, I'll try and look to the camera. I think you boil it down to the key aspects of the process. You don't want to overcomplicate things, but you work out where things start and finish generally, and you focus your time in that space.
So shouldn't you needed a check after what happened with the Western Bulldogs preliminary final? Shouldn't that have just jolted you into that reality anyway?
Perhaps, Rich, but also it's been 5 months and a lot of footy against yourselves. Sometimes you can get away with things at training you probably don't expect. So it was good to go up to the Gold Coast and have a strong hit out, and then follow it up with a game against the Crows where our second half was really positive.
So where's the squad better this year?
I think if you look at the demographic of our squad and the age, you're going to get a lot of boys that improve not through just time in the system, but through maturity, experience, and their work rate. They came back a lot fitter than what they were last year, and you'll see a lot of them move through the midfield rather than just playing half forward. And then the likes of your Robbie Grays, Travis Boakes, they continue to get better. So we've got more blokes getting better and less blokes getting worse, and I think it's going to be a positive for the group all round.
I've taken along with that Chasing Greatness campaign. Do you sense that becomes aspirational, or does it become heavy to carry?
I think really the expectation that we carry is our own. I don't think it goes beyond that. Our goal is to win a premiership, but all we can focus on is what happens tomorrow and this week. I don't think it serves us any purpose to think that far ahead. We just got to win one game at a time.
Dan said last week that he was feeling, the players were feeling the weight of expectation a little bit. Do you agree with that?
You must ask Dan Houston a lot of questions. I think everyone wants to go out and play well, but I think the expectation internally is that we play a strong brand of Port Adelaide footy and give ourselves the best opportunity to go deep into the 2022 season.
Game style going to change at all, or what way is it going?
Yeah, I think our game style has just been tweaked a little bit. No wholesale changes. We'll look to probably run and carry and score a little bit more. Naturally, you're going to come up against teams that you haven't seen for a little while, and that may alter that. Obviously, in your head and on paper, you've got this game plan that you expect to execute perfectly every time, but you play a different 22 blokes that have a different plan as well, so you've got to adjust to that. But I think all in all, remain pretty similar. We'll just try and be a bit more exciting with the football.
Tom, I know you addressed this before, but have you personally carried the trauma in a footy sense of what happened in the last game of last year for you?
Personally, as in
myself?
myself?
How's the group done with it? I know you've already addressed it and you're moving on, but how have you dealt with that aspect of that finish?
Look, it was very disappointing, Damo, but at the same time, I've had moments throughout my own career that have been just as challenging, and I think I've acknowledged them, looked at maybe what went wrong, what went right, what I could do better in another opportunity, and moved on from that. And I'm still here today, so obviously I'm not doing it all wrong. There must be something going right. And I think as a playing group, we sort of adopted that same mentality to acknowledge it, that this is one of the teams that we're most likely to come up against this year if we want to make finals for one and then go deep into finals. They got a certain game style that works, and that's the team we're going to have to beat. So let's look at how we're going to do that.
You're entering into your 4th season as captain now. How's your leadership evolved over the past few years?
Yeah, it's an absolute privilege to still be standing here as the leader of Port Adelaide. I think you're probably better served asking my teammates and the coaches. I can tell you what I think, but really it's what they're going to say about me. I like to think that I've grown in the empathy space, but I've maintained my honest approach, my hard-working approach, and willing to do anything that I ask any of the boys to do.
A couple of weeks ago when we spoke to you, sort of touched on the mental scales. I know, again, it's been covered a little bit, but have you seen enough in the pre-season games you've played to know that the blokes are in a bit of clear air? And apologies if this has been asked, we can't hear anything back here.
No, it's all good, mate. Look, like I said, we've acknowledged that, and I think we're not the sharpest tools in the shed, us footballers. We like to just get out there and chase the footy and have a bit of fun, and I think that's a great thing about pre-season. It's sunny, it's warm, you're out there with your mates, you're getting fit and enjoying it, and then when it comes to game time, you just go about your business. So you could say at times we have the memory of a goldfish, and so I think with a really young, untainted group, we're just keen to improve as individuals and as a team, and I think that's going to hold us in good stead.
So confident there, everything in the past?
Yeah, absolutely.
One captain didn't tip Port to make the finals. Do you reckon might have been...
I don't know, you can tell me, Sloaney.
No, actually, in there.
Thanks, mate.
Got the message.
TJ, what's a pass mark for Port this season?
Like I said before, Vicky, our goal is to win a premiership. That's the expectation of the wider Port Adelaide community. And but like I said, we're not going to be well served in looking that far ahead. For us, it's about winning round one and then going from there. We had challenges throughout last year, and you guys will write what you want to write and say what you want to say. And I think at times we were written off, and then we managed to secure a top 2 spot. So there's a lot of stories along the way, but all we can do is focus on getting better and winning our first game.
We saw your forward line in action on the weekend without Charlie Dixon. If he doesn't get up for round one, does that performance give you the confidence you've got enough alternative avenues?
What do you think?
I don't know. What do you think?
Oh, well, I haven't done game review yet. We've had 4 days off, but I've loved everything I've seen from Jeremy Finlayson since he's come across. Toddy Marshall's obviously got a lot of external weight on his shoulders, but internally he's very highly rated, and we love what he brings to our team. Mitch Georgiades is just such an exciting young prospect. He's still only 20 years of age, and he's only going to get better. And then you throw all of the sort of mosquito fleet in there, the smaller blokes, and they've just got a real drive to play team footy. So that's working hard, putting pressure on, and they've got a bit of polish to go with it. So I think it's a great mix back up there, and a lot of them go into the midfield as well. So really confident in our whole playing group.
How is Dixon training?
Yeah, Charlie's going really well. I know there's been some commentary around his availability for round one. I think he's basically doing what was expected. He's moving well. He's going to start running and hopefully training in the next week or so. And if he's not right for round one, then it won't be long after.